the 122. That's another Nib Sport car. There's so many out there, isn't there? Row 4
Doing
will be... Well. Yeah, he's doing really well. Row 4 will be Harvey Murden and Joshua Priest. Row 5 is going to be Ryan Sayers and Finley Underwood. And following on from 11th is Lucas Ellingham, Jack Maidment. Oh, just move the mouse. I can't read the names. Jacob Hobbs, Aston French, Alexander Colatanu, Ollie Rowley, Leo French, Louis Rees, who's had a bit of a shaky afternoon. He finds himself down in 18th. Harvey Quick, Ellis Beattie, Chan Downer, Erin Meddy, Adam Catling, Adrian Kalemi, Rafi Salentano, he's a long way down, isn't he? William Eberhard, he had a good day, I thought. He's down in 26 on the LRG chassis. Will Swales, James Becker, Grace Lee Davis, Michael Goodburn, Nathan Jensen, who's worked his way after winning
from the C final.
The C final, yeah. Jamie Kirkbride, Bertie Wellesley, and Zach Fletcher round out your 34 grid B final.
Yeah, and if you can just mention there the final 4 qualifiers, Nathan Jensen, Jamie Kirkbride, Bertie Wellesley, and Zach Fletcher all qualifying through from the C final. Let's see who the 4 qualifiers will be. It's the already out for the weekend is the 225, and that is Jacob Hobbs. Unfortunately for him, the GHR driver pushing his cart off to the side behind the safety barrier, and that's tragedy really at this stage. We are going to get going though, are we? Yes, we are indeed. The B final for senior Rotax gets underway. And it's the number 28 of Dylan Briley with Jensen Watts going through with him. That's your first and second. We'll focus on the 4th place cart here. And right now, that's the number 21, is it? Of Tommy Lee Davies on the Lando Norris cart. As Jensen Watts already taking the lead and getting off. He wants to put as big a cushion as he can between himself and that 4th place, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Jensen Watts is going to be thinking to himself, I need to be away from carts. So him being in first position now is the perfect opportunity to get himself out of trouble and break away, as he is doing, as he leads into Tollies by a good nearly half a second, I would say, over the second place man across the line of Alexander Campbell. Tommy Lee Davis is in 3rd. Dylan Briley in the 28. He is 4th. Daniel Knight is shadowing in the 58 in 5th. And following them is Jamie Green and Finley Underwood. Lucas Ellingham, Jack Maimon and Ashton French are your top 10 across the line. As we have a bit of a change of position heading through Winges and up the hill. That was the 58 making a move. Daniel Knight has taken, I think he's gone up into 4th position. That's already changed since 5 seconds ago when I read it out.
Of course it will.
I know, yeah.
Of course it will. There's the number 11, which is Finley Underwood coming under pressure. But he's in 7th. It's the carts ahead of him. This is kind of these carts here. The number 199, Lucas Ellingham, coming through, getting through that pack. It's the number 58, Daniel Knight, that we need to pick up on and see where he is. I think he's having a bit of a lonely race at the moment.
Yeah.
As the rest of the field through Winges there, it's Jensen Watts who's gone off into the lead. There's 2nd, 3rd, 4th place there, lonely in that spot. We'll try and pick him up, Matt, and find out where he is. He's just coming into the climate. He's just coming at the last corner now. The white helmet, the red and blue cart there. That's him there. That's the number 58. Now he's the 4th and final qualifier.
Yeah.
And now he's got number 11, Finley Underwood, right behind him. And I suspect, guys, that Underwood, we saw the pace of how he's come through, he's going to be catching him.
Oh, hang on, Joe. We've got a safety cart. I thought there was something going on there. Everybody slow down massively. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, as I peer out the window, there's 2 carts off at the exit of Midgets.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 2 carts. Bit of a deja vu situation out there,
before they crossed the line, look at the gap Jensen had over the second place.
He was pulling it, wasn't it?
Yeah. But that's going to shake things up. Finley Underwood, I think, he's a local around here, isn't he? So he should be pretty handy.
Well, Jensen's got it all to do again to maintain that gap, but even more of a frightening proposition is Daniel Knight in 4th. He's got Finley Underwood, Lucas Ellingham, Jack Maidman, Ashton French queuing up behind him.
Yeah. And are we going back racing this time round?
I think we
are,
might be.
We?
Yes, we are.
Jensen's got a brilliant jump out of that corner and given himself a couple of cart lengths already over Alexander Campbell. Was a head into and out of Haynes' corner and down to Johnny's on this restart.
On a great restart from Daniel Knight as well.
Yeah.
He timed that well. He's given himself a massive cushion from Finlay Underwood. I was fearful for Daniel that he would have Underwood right on his bumper there going into the start, but he managed to keep that gap going from the previous before the kind of the delay, let's call it, for that Battenberg flag.
Yeah, that was we have to say that was a great restart by Jensen Watts, who's already gapped Alexander Campbell across the line.
Oh, got a change. Tommy Lee Davis has dropped to 4th now. He's got the number 11 right with him because the number 58 of Daniel Knight has gone ahead into 3rd.
Yeah.
That's the 4th place cart there on the Lando Norris cart. And he's wanting to get that 3rd place back. But however, who's the 199? Ellingham is right there with him, with Underwood now down to 6th. Ellingham's taken up the cudgel of being the last qualifier by getting ahead of Tommy Lee Davis.
Yeah, this is absolutely not over yet. 3 minutes, slightly over 3 minutes to go. We're going to see him move into midgets.
Oh,
he's got the tin opener open on that one.
Yes, he did. He got the tin opener. What does he mean by "let's go"? Yeah,
now
that I've qualified, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go and chase them down.
Yeah. 17.
Another
Jack
position
Maidman
lost.
pushes the 21 down further.
Looks like Tommy Lee Davis is starting to struggle a little bit on this second phase of the race. Can he regain his composure and pick his way forward again? Gap's starting to open up, isn't it, between 4th and 5th of Lucas Ellingham and Jack Maidman on the 17.
Here they come then, out of Winges and up the hill towards the chicane.
Yeah.
Who's going to be? There's Jensen Watts. He's gone. He's checked out.
Yeah.
He's the number 1, the reigning champion, finding himself in the B final after a disastrous day of bad luck as the number 58 of Daniel Knight goes through and ahead of Alexander Campbell. Here comes the 199 of Lucas Ellingham too. He's through as well. And the 94 comes back at him as Alexander Campbell thinks, what has happened to me there?
Yeah.
I was in 2nd place and now I'm 5th. Or is he indeed 6th?
No, I think he's dropped down to 5th. He might be 6th in a minute as they still continue this squabble as they go side by side on the exit of Haynes and through Johnny's down the hill. This one's going to shake itself out very quickly. Look at that. 2 by 2 again.
This is going to end in tears.
Wow.
This is going to end in tears.
I'm just going to do this and hold my breath, Joe.
Jensen Watts into midgets, then the rest of the field through the chicane. Jensen Watts through and already at climate, 2nd and 3rd. They're lonely. There's the battle for 4th. What a battle it is as well. Couldn't have asked for more from the point of view of a karting live stream, because this is cracking stuff.
It's going to be Jack
as
Maidman,
it's Jack Maidman up into 4th.
Yeah, sorry to talk over you there, but yeah, absolutely right there, Joe. It's going to be Jack Maidman who leads this gaggle of karts. There's
he's been nudged out.
Bumper to bumper between, what was that, Alexander Campbell and, was it Jack Maidman?
He got hit. The 17 is still in, Jack Maidman.
Yeah, sorry.
And Alexander Campbell.
Was it Coltan?
It was no. It was Tommy. No, it wasn't Tommy Lee either. It was
because they've crossed the line.
It was Finlay Underwood. I think it was Finlay Underwood who got a nudge and ended up way out there off the track. Right, here is the battle. Let's calm down, guys, because the 17 is in 4th. Minute and 23 left, and the question is, can the number 94 there? Is that the 94? There's the 17 through.
Yeah, just counting them over the line.
Alexander Colinciano, the number 90. That's the cart that I misidentified.
Yeah.
He is the one that's coming. And are they teammates? Is that the same livery?
Difficult
Let's
to
wait
pick
and
out.
see.
Is that a TT? No, I don't think it is. The bumper looks different.
No, it's not TT. It just looks slightly different, doesn't it? It's a variation on an orange and white theme.
Yeah, but nevertheless, just behind these two, the battle is starting to brew, as that will be the scrap. That will be the pack that hopefully brings us back together. But with 40 seconds on the clock, I don't think the chasing herd is going to get there. And this is going to be the scrap for 3rd and 4th to the flag.
Here we go then, the number 17 with the number 90, ever so closer. Right now on the bumper as we come through Johnny's and heading towards Winges. Is he going to have a go? It's going to be 2 laps. It's one more lap after this one. So time running out for Alexander Colinciano to have a go and qualify for the year final. They are absolutely nose to tail out the chicane. Heading down to midgets. Defensive line from the 17, Maidman.
He's going to go shallow on the exit. Is that going to give...
they're coming together there. That might be a nose cone. It doesn't look like it is. Look at the black tyre mark on it. Folded it up.
Yeah, 100%.
Last lap board.
Here we go. This one's going to go right to the wire. Running out of options is it up and over the rear tyre? That's going to cost them and bring the pack into play. It does. but he's through nonetheless. Are we going to see anything after that, after the race? We'll have to find out. But yeah, I think the rear bumper's gone in that car, hasn't it? Or has he pulled the exhaust off?
I don't know what's gone.
Might have pulled the
Something
exhaust
stopped
off.
the kart for the 17.
Yeah.
We've got a new 4th place position in the form of Alexander Colentiano. We're going to have to wait and see what the officials make of that. So this is very much provisional. But I think what's not provisional is Jenson Watts qualifying through on the number 1. Lucas Hellingham will finish 2nd and qualify. Daniel Knight will qualify 3rd. And the 4th qualifier will be Alexander Colentiano. Jenson Watts will start in 31st place, Gaz. And I already feel that race number 1 of the year, round number 1 of the year in the NKC, is going to be Jenson Watts dropped round.
I have a strong feeling that could be the case. But then he did this last year, didn't he? Where he made it difficult. He didn't make it difficult for himself.
And this is where we saw Colentiano just mount the rear axle.
Up and over,
He kind of tried before.
I wonder if he did pull the exhaust off.
Colentiano might have a dropped nose cone at the end of that and have to take on a 5-second penalty. We'll have to wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens when the result sheets are finalised.
Definitely one for the stewards, that one.
It was a little bit messy, that wasn't it? It wasn't very tidy. I mean, that's the intensity of it all.
Yeah, we used the final lap of the race. There's 4 or 5 opportunities to overtake. If you've got the run on somebody into one of those opportunities, you're going to have to give it a go, aren't you?
Yes,
it's the cusp. If you don't make that 4th place,
you've got to try. Home. You've got to try.
Exactly.
And that's where disaster can come
yes.
by. We start with the A finals now. We've completed the qualification process. We are into the A finals now. Well done, everybody, for qualifying through and into the A finals. And we kick off the remaining A finals with senior TKM. That's followed by Rotax 177s. We then have junior Rotax, and ending the afternoon will be senior Rotax.
Yeah.
Starting as he means to go on, and starting certainly as he ended 2024, is our TKM NKC 2024 champion. In fact, back-to-back champion 2023, 24. He has won the championship 4 times, but back-to-back going for a 3rd consecutive championship is the number 1 Mitchell Ball, who finds himself on the pole position for the year final. However, this becoming the premier national TKM championship in the UK, we knew we were going to get people coming into this series who would be able to compete with the front of our NKC grid, and that's what we are seeing now.
Absolutely, and we've got the E-plate holder, which has been identified as the Super Prix.
Yeah, at Chennington. That was Andrea Jarman. Thank you for that, Andrea.
Yeah, brilliant. That's good information to have. So, he's on the front row alongside Mitchell Ball. Michael Corner, who's been strong all day, first of the Masters. He had a heat win earlier on, didn't he, I think?